Welcome to the Digital Transformations Project. So today, I'd like to show you a quick demo on how you can add readings links to your Ultra subject site. So let's jump in and get started. But before I do that, I'm just going to quickly show you a couple of things. So first of all, I'll show you where your students are going to be looking for their readings for the subject. So students will be clicking on Books and Tools, the left-hand side menu, and they are going to click on the Student Access to Readings link right here. Now staff go through a different portal. So for staff members, you're going to, at the bottom of that same panel, browse all subject tools. And as you scroll down, you'll see that there's two panels for readings. And staff are going to go to the one on the right. You'll be clicking here, and that will launch the Talus platform. That should bring up the readings list for your subject. So that's my reading list for this subject. I'll close that. I'll leave it as is for now. Let's head to adding links to our subject site. So I'll show you two different ways of doing this. You may choose to add a link to all your readings, so the list itself. You may choose to add separate links for different sections. Now this needs to be set up through the library and Talus portal. So if you haven't done this yet, please head back to Ultra Essentials and you'll find instructions and links there that will show you how to do this. Now, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to add a link for my students to the whole list. So you can choose to do this in different places, but I'm going to put it in my Getting Started folder. So I have my subject outline, I have some links to a document with some links to student resources, and I'm going to put my readings list right there. Click on the plus sign and head to Content Market. Now here, the most important thing to remember is you're going to the staff readings link. However, you're clicking on the plus sign. So not on the icon itself, but on the plus sign to add a link to a reading list. That creates a link back in your subject site, so back in Ultra. And the first thing I want to do is to edit that and tell my students exactly what it is. So let's say readings list for this subject. And you can add a better description here if you like. I won't do that at this point. Let's hit save and let's check it out. So we're going to click on that link and see what we have on the other side. So because these are demo subjects and I have a demo list as well, it doesn't come up straight away. Yours, if it has been linked to your subject site, it will likely come up straight away, but I'm going to have to search for mine. Oops, XX11. There we go. So that's the list I want to use in this subject. And as I mentioned, I've created sections for it as well. But the link I'm creating at the moment is a link to all the readings in this subject. And here they are. So if I'm happy with that, I'm linking to the list and I'm going to click save. And that should send us back to Ultra to a link for all the readings in this subject, or the whole reading list. And there we go. So this is what our students will see, and they will have available all the readings for that particular subject. So I'm happy with that. What I'm going to do next is create a link to a specific section in my readings list. So let's go to week 1, and I want to put that link at the end of the subject materials for week 1. So again, click on the plus sign, go to Content Market, and go to the plus sign on the readings panel. So I want to add a link once again in my Ultra subject site. Now, first thing I like to do, just to make sure I don't forget to do it later, readings for week 1. There we go. You can change the description if you like. I'll hit save, and then I visit that link to access the readings platform. Now, once again, you may not have to search. You might have your list automatically come up. I have to search for mine, and then I need to specify exactly which section of the list I want to link to. Now, again, reminder, I have created these sections before as per instructions from the library's guides. So that's something you'll need to do in Tallis, the readings platform, before you link to Ultra. But I wanted week 1. Here it is. I'm going to bring it up, hit save, and I'm away. So that's a section of my readings list that's been linked to from week 1 of my Ultra subject. So just as another example, I'll do week 2 as well. So you can see how we can, this is one I previously created. So just quickly delete that. And once again, content market. And let's go to readings and now add that link, but this time for week 2. Go and edit readings for week 2. I'll save that one. And when you visit that link, you can then update it to the section of your choice. So I'm going to bring up that list again and choose that specific section. So week 2. And there we go. We'll hit a save. Just making sure that's what I wanted. And there we are. So you can look at it, click on it. You're going to make sure your students are seeing the right thing. And if you want to relink, you can always click up here. Let's say you've made a mistake and it was week 3 that you wanted instead. You can go again. And then correct whatever you've done there before. I want to stick with week 2. And that's me sorted. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video was useful.